Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over a trading strategy that I use when I am trading in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets that I was under the impression everyone knows about, but I've talked about this strategy a couple of times on the channel, and every time I do, there seem to be a lot of people in the comment section amazed by this strategy and how simple it is and how effective it is, and I've been asked quite a lot to make a dedicated video on this. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys pretty much how to make free money trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now, I know that sounds a little hyperbolic, that might sound clickbaity, but after you're done watching this video, I think you're going to agree with me that there's basically free money sitting on the table every time Bitcoin goes into a consolidation pattern, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to make these trades in today's video. Now guys, this is normally the kind of content that I would reserve for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, so if you do enjoy today's video, definitely consider dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button. I'm not going to be doing a ton of these videos on the channel. Most of videos like this are in the course. If you want to join, the link is in the description. But without much further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now guys, this is a very simple trading strategy, so this is not going to be a very long video. In fact, this is probably going to be a rather short video, simply because this is so very simple. Now guys, what you're going to need for this kind of trading strategy, if you've watched a video that I've made in the last couple of months, if you've watched several of my videos, you probably run across me talking about this because I talk about it every time Bitcoin runs into a consolidation pattern. So we don't really have much of a consolidation pattern to talk about here in today's chart, but we could, in theory, make some kind of consolidation pattern where we have an uptrend right there and then a downtrend right there. We could draw that for a consolidation pattern, if you will, but that's not really the way I like to draw that market. Let's look at previous consolidation patterns, because all you really need for this kind of trade is some kind of pattern, be it a consolidation pattern, it can be a flag, it can be a pennant, it can be a triangle pattern, it can be any kind of pattern like that, but it needs to be some kind of pattern that you would expect Bitcoin to break bullish or bearish out of. And in fact, it can even be a trading channel. So let's go ahead and get right into this. What is it? Well, if Bitcoin runs up here and breaks bullish and moves into this consolidation pattern where it breaks bullish and there's trading around up and down in this consolidation pattern, and this consolidation pattern is long enough that we have our level of resistance defined and we have our level of support defined, well, then there's a very simple trade that you can make. And that trade is as follows. You put a buy order right up here. Let's draw that a little straighter. You put a buy order right up here for in case Bitcoin breaks out. And you put a sell order / a short order down here in case Bitcoin breaks bearish. Now, why does that constitute free money? Why does a trade that simple constitute free money? Well, I'll tell you exactly why it constitutes free money. If Bitcoin comes here and breaks bullish, then, as it did, then you hit this sell order, and I will talk about caveats, so that's one of them right there in a second. If Bitcoin comes up here and triggers this buy order, then you bought your Bitcoin, and then you get to let it ride until you decide you want to sell it later on after Bitcoin has rallied a little bit more. And just in case Bitcoin breaks bearish, then you have a sell order down here to protect yourself, or a stop. You have a stop loss to sell what you've already what you're already holding. So you sell the Bitcoin that you're holding, and then you can buy back in lower. Or you may have the opening of a short position down here where you can start shorting and then close that short position somewhere lower where you see there being potential profit and where you see there being potential support. So this is essentially free money. I know I'm using that term kind of loosely, but I never use it before, and I never use it when it doesn't actually mean it, and this is basically essentially free money, because no matter which direction Bitcoin breaks out of a consolidation pattern like this, let's go ahead and look at this one. No matter which direction Bitcoin breaks out of this consolidation pattern right here, whether it breaks bullish or it breaks bearish, you're going to make money, because if you have a sell order down here, then you can buy your Bitcoin back in lower, and you're making Bitcoin because you're selling at a higher price and buying at a lower price. Same thing if you're shorting. You're selling someone else's Bitcoin at a higher price and then covering it later at a lower price and pocketing the difference. But if Bitcoin breaks bullish, then you have your buy order right here. It triggers, and then the market goes up, and then you get some Bitcoin, and then you get to make some dollars. You get to make some money. You get to make some Bitcoin. Actually, you don't necessarily get to make any Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin is worth more, and then you can sell it for more US dollars to buy more Bitcoin later. And there's a really amazing thing to this, and that is, no matter which direction Bitcoin breaks here, whether it breaks bullish or Bitcoin breaks bearish, you're covered, and you're almost guaranteed to make money. Now, there are a few caveats to this, and I'm going to show you guys what those are in a second, so watch to the end of the video. It is important that you understand the entire scope of this, because if you set this trade up wrong, you can hurt yourself, you can make it bad for yourself. But if you have a buy order up here, right above the level of resistance, and a sell order right down here below the level of support, and you're keeping an eye on it. If Bitcoin breaks bullish, boom, you have a buy order set. You're going to have some Bitcoin coming in. You're not Bitcoin coming in. You're going to be buying some Bitcoin with your dollars or whatever you're trading with, euros maybe. And if Bitcoin breaks bearish, then boom, you're going to be selling that Bitcoin and you're going to be shorting that Bitcoin and you're going to be making Bitcoin on the way down. If Bitcoin breaks out either bullish or bearish, you're going to make money. The only way you don't make money here is if one of the caveats I talk about happen, which you can cover, or if Bitcoin trades sideways and doesn't actually do anything here. And remember, this isn't just Bitcoin we're talking about. I'm just showing you this on the Bitcoin chart, but you can do this on any market. Now, there are a few caveats of this that you have to be careful about. And one thing I would say is that if you're going to do a trade like this, I would highly recommend, and by the way, this is not financial advice, I'm simply showing you guys a setup that I use for trades sometimes. A caveat that you have to keep with this is false wicks. See, look at what happened right here. See how if we were to have a buy order up here, and then Bitcoin would have bought, we would have bought some Bitcoin right here, and then Bitcoin would have gone up and then fallen back down. You don't want that to happen, because if you buy Bitcoin right up here and then it falls back down, well, great. You just wasted a bunch of Bitcoin. You just wasted a bunch of money. You didn't make any money. You lost money. And that's not exactly what we're here to do. I don't know about you, but I know of a lot more fun ways that I could go waste money than failing a Bitcoin trade. You don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to be very careful and you want to watch this. And to protect yourself against these kind of breakouts, what you can do is that when the breakout is happening, you need to be there watching the breakout. And after Bitcoin rallies through this buy order, here's what you do. You put a sell order right below it. Maybe 1% below it, maybe a 0.5% below it. Let's say Bitcoin was rallying here, and then you bought Bitcoin in right here, and then to protect yourself, you put a sell order right there. And then the only thing you're risking is the trading fee. So you're risking maybe 0.25%, depending on what exchange you're on, maybe 0.5% of your valuation total. That's not a very big risk considering the kind of reward we're talking about here. That's something we talk about in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. We have an entire video dedicated to risk and reward. In fact, I think that was the first video I recorded for CT2A. So if you're interested in more on that, check the link in the description. But this is a really cool strategy right here. Waiting for Bitcoin to break bullish. After you hit the buy order, if you think Bitcoin's going to continue, you put a sell order right below it to cover yourself. Now, that's kind of what we're doing on a larger scale right here, where we see if Bitcoin breaks bullish, then we're good. But then if Bitcoin does what happened on Ethereum a long time ago, for example, Bitcoin breaks bullish, and then falls back below and then goes bearish, then we have a sell order down here to catch ourselves or a short order down there to cover ourselves just in case that happens. Let me show you an example of that. An example of that will be right over here, where if we were to have our buy orders up here and our sell orders down here, we would have bought some Bitcoin. Maybe we didn't decide to sell it yet. Maybe we wanted to wait for another leg up, but we didn't get it. Bitcoin crashes down. And then we sell it right down here, just a few percent below where we bought it. So we're only risking 3 to 4% depending on the size of the market at any one time. But we also have the potential of profiting a lot more than that. So the reason I like this trade so much is that the risk to reward ratio is typically very high, because normally when you're going to see a bullish breakout of one of these consolidation patterns, it's going to be a big one. Now that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you're just going to see a Bitcoin breakout, it's going to do something like that and then fall over and then do this kind of thing. But a lot of times, especially when you're in kind of the Bitcoin bullish and bearish rallies thing that we had going on in 2018 here, or Bitcoin would rally bullish, rally bearish, rally bullish, rally bearish, blah, blah, blah. Especially when that was happening, and I do see a lot of that movement coming back, it was much easier to make trades like this, and it was much easier to ride these trades and have these trades hold out for a long time and wait for the profits to roll in. Because after you get a nice buy order, you can hold that Bitcoin for a long time. You don't have to sell it in 12 hours. You don't have to sell it in 24 hours. Heck, you can even roll it over into your investing portfolio. That's what I do with some of my failed trades. So guys, tell me in the comment section down below what you think of this type of content. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below of this trade, because it's really interesting to me that every time we go into a consolidation pattern, I talk about this kind of trade where you have a buy order right above the breakout point and a sell order or a short order right below the resistance level and right below the bearish breakout point. And it seems to me that in the comment section, a lot of people are saying, wow, Jeb, that was a really cool trade you just set up there. I've never even thought about doing that. Why have I never heard of that before? I've seen a lot of people talk about that and wonder why they've never seen that before. And I've had several people in the comment section, I can think of 2 or 3 examples of this off the top of my head, where people wanted me to make a dedicated video on this. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, definitely consider dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button. One thing that I do also want to touch on is the idea of the sell order here, because of course you have to have some Bitcoin to be selling the Bitcoin. So if you're trying to cover yourself with a sell order down here, one of the easiest things you can do if you're trying to buy Bitcoin and sell Bitcoin at the same time is to already have some Bitcoin. So let's say you have 10 Bitcoin right here, you would have a sell order on that 10 Bitcoin down here while you have a buy order on 10 Bitcoin up here. This works better if you're already holding some of the asset that you are trading. That's just kind of one of the last things I want to talk about. Be very, very careful. Always remember to be very careful of these kind of wixes right here. That's why I do recommend you watch this kind of trade and always watch your trades anyway, because sometimes you get fake outs. I read in the comment section that someone was doing a trade similar to this on this wix right here, and they had a buy order like right here somewhere, and they caught the very top of it, and they were not very happy about it. That's why after you set a buy order like this, you want to come in and cap it off with a sell order right below it. Because typically when you're seeing a bullish breakout of a longer term consolidation pattern like this, you're going to see the bullish breakout, and then it's not going to come back down. It's going to rally, and then it might be a day or two later, it might be a week or two later before Bitcoin comes back down below your buy order. So it's normally okay to set that sell order down there. Normally you're not going to get faked out trying to protect yourself from being faked out, if that made any sense at all. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I do hope you got some value out of that. Tell me in the comment section down below if you'd like to see more videos like this. I will be more than happy to upload a few more of them to the channel. But like I said, normally this kind of content, the kind of stuff where I'm talking about trades and I'm talking about the methodology for working in markets and the ways to make more money in the markets. Normally, these kind of videos are going to be relegated to the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. That link to check out what we have to offer is in the description down below. We have 20 videos, over 6 hours of content. Very, very good course that I've spent a long time putting together. I poured my heart and soul into it, and the hundreds of people who have gone through the course seem to be very happy with the product. We've never had a single refund happen. We've never had a single refund, and I think that's really awesome considering the amazing refund policy we have. If you check the FAQ, then you'll find our refund policy there. Anyway, guys, that is basically going to do it for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single one of you for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.